Welcome everyone to John Keats' poem Ode to Autumn. Today we are going to study the famous poem Ode to Autumn by John Keats. Hope you have gone through the video lesson which introduced John Keats and his poetry. Before reading the poem, let us explain the terms in the title, that is, Ode and Autumn. What is an ode? It is a type of poem written in praise of a thing, person, or event. In this poem, the object of praise is autumn season. Hope you understood the meaning. Ode is a poem written to praise something, a person, a thing, or event, anything. Some famous odes are Ode to a Nightingale by John Keats himself. It is written in praise of nightingale bird. Ode to West Wind by P.B. Shelley is another famous ode which is written in praise of west wind. Now about autumn. Autumn is one of the four seasons. Autumn comes in between summer and winter. One of its main features is shedding of leaves of trees. In American English, autumn is called fall. You can see an autumn visual, a very beautiful one. And you can see trees shedding leaves. Coming to Ode to Autumn. It is written in 1819. The poem is divided into 3 stanzas, each having 11 lines. First stanza presents autumn season as a close friend of the sun. Second stanza presents autumn season as a beautiful woman. Third stanza tells about the sounds heard during autumn season. Now let us examine the first stanza. Listen carefully, follow the lines. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatched eaves run, to bend with apples the most cottage trees, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core, to sell the good and plumb the hazel shells, with a sweet kernel to set budding more, and still more, later flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease, for summer has overbrimmed their clammy cells. We will explain line by line. This is the explanation of line 1 and 2. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun. See, this is an addressing, poet addressing autumn, calling autumn, considering autumn as a person, personification. Keats addresses autumn as a season, as the season of mists and fruitfulness. It is a misty season, mist, മൂടൽമഞ്ഞ്, in which mellow, soft fruits ripen. Autumn is the dearest friend of the maturing sun. Maturing here means properly grown, aged, etc. Seasons occur because of the movement of earth and because of its exposure to sun. Thus, there is a poetic logic in thinking that season is a friend of the sun. So that is the reason why season is called the son of, the friend of maturing sun, because seasons are caused by sun. So see the lines once again. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness. Autumn is the season of mists and fruitfulness, soft fruitfulness. It is a friend of, bosom friend of, close friend of maturing sun, an aged, mature sun. Lines 3 and 4. Conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatches run. Autumn season is conspiring, planning secretly with the sun. For what? To load fruits in vines, grape vines, which has climbed over roof of thatched cottages. So autumn season is planning something with sun in order to load fruits in grapevines. It is during the autumn season that the fruit vines that spread over the cottage roofs are loaded with fruits. Poet says that it is the result of autumn's conspiracy with its best friend, sun. See an autumn image. Grapes ripening. Lines 5 and 6. To bend with apples the most cottage trees, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core. Autumn season is conspiring again, planning secretly with sun. For what? To bend moss covered apple trees with the weight of the apples and to make all fruits ripe. So autumn is again planning with the sun to load, to bend the apple trees with the weight of the apple. You can see the image of an apple branch which is bending with the weight of apple. Not only apple, autumn is conspiring with the sun to make all fruits ripe. Lines 7 and 8. To swell the good and plumb the hazel shells with a sweet kernel, to set budding more. The conspiracy is not ending. Autumn season is conspiring with sun to make the good big. What is good? Good is a fleshy fruit. Autumn is conspiring with sun to fill the shells of hazel with hazelnuts to make the flower buds bloom again. See, this is the picture of good, the kind of vegetable or fruit that swells up like balloon. Pumpkins, cucumbers, melons, etc. are examples of good. And then what's hazelnut? See, this is a hazelnut. It is a very tasty nut, just like cashew nut or badam. And lines 9, 10 and 11. And still more, later flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease, for summer has overbrimmed their clammy cells. So autumn is trying to give flowers for bees, until the bees think that the summer will never end. Remember that autumn is coming after summer. In summer, there were flowers, and autumn is continuing that flowers. So the bees may think that the summer is never ending. Summer has filled the flowers full to the edge with the honey. So summer has filled the flowers with the honey, and it is continuing in autumn as well. Clammy cells means the honey sac of flowers. Overbrimmed means full to the edge. So just to summarize the whole stanza, we have seen that the poet addressing autumn season as the season of mists and as the dearest friend of the sun. They are conspiring together for many things. 1. To load the fruit vines with grapes. 2. To bend the apple trees with apple. To ripen all fruits. To make the gourd big. To fill the hazel shells with hazelnuts. To make the flower buds bloom again. To provide honey filled flowers to the bees. To make them feel summer has never ended. So that is the first stanza. Now read the first stanza again and try to comprehend the meaning. We will move on to the next two stanzas in the next lesson. Thank you.